This is Coffee with God, and I am Father Jose. Let us begin this day with the Word of God and a short reflection.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to John, chapter 14, verses 1 to 6. The passage is taken from the Message version of the Bible. Don't let this rattle you. You trust God, don't you? Trust me. There is plenty of room for you in my Father's home. If that weren't so, would I have told you that I'm on my way to get a room ready for you? If I'm on my way to get your room ready, I'll come back and get you so that you can live where I live. And you already know the road I'm taking. Thomas said, Master, we have no idea where you're going. How do you expect us to know the road? Jesus said, I am the road, also the truth, also the life. No one gets to the Father apart from me. If you really knew me, you would know my Father as well. From now on, you do know him. You've even seen him. The Gospel of the Lord.
Reflections on the Holy Gospel according to St. John, chapter 14, verses 1 to 6. Today's Gospel is one of the three farewell speeches by Jesus at the Last Supper. These are farewell speeches because in them Jesus seems to dictate his final will before his death. A will of a person acquires its validity only after the death of the person who dictated it. Easter is the most suitable time to understand the will given by Jesus and to meditate on them. While writing this passage, John the Evangelist followed the farewell speech pattern recorded in the Book of Deuteronomy. The Book of Deuteronomy was compiled many centuries after the death of Moses to introduce the teachings of Moses to the contemporaries of the sacred author. The Farewell Discourse in the Gospel was the attempt of John to summarize for his community the significance of the life, death, and resurrection of Jesus. Pope Francis points out that in this passage, the Lord consoles his saddened disciples in close proximity. He is never distant. He reassures them with these words, I am here with you. He promises to return soon to take them to the world of Jesus and of the Father. I will take you with me so that you may be where I am. Imagine being in a family of newly wedded couples when one of the spouses has to leave home for a distant land for work. Their promises would be, let me go first and make arrangements there, and then I will take you to the place so we can be together. The Bible has numerous times expressed the relationship between God and his people as one of a spousal relationship. John formulated this discourse to assist the believers of his community to experience the consolation of Jesus and the Father. They had lived 60 years of life without the physical presence of Jesus. John now reminds them that the only way to God's consolation is the way with which they were already familiar, the way of believing, trusting, and surrendering to the love of Jesus. It is not easy to be consoled by the Lord, especially in bad times. We get angry with the Lord when our prayers have no immediate answers, and we refuse to let him come in and speak to us with his tenderness, closeness, and gentleness. Let us continue to hope in the consolation of God.